Hello, today I am at my local indoor carpet RC car track. I'm very glad to have this car nearby where I can go here daily, wherever I want. Unfortunately, this beautiful track is going to close down in a few weeks. Today I brought one model to talk about it and run it in this track, but it's not a race model. This is a Tamiya Dual Hunter. It's built upon a WR-02 chassis. This chassis is a very interesting, revolutionary dual motor chassis, which was originally released in 1999 as a Wild Dagger. This model you see here is a Dual Hunter, which was the last model built on the chassis and released in the year 2007. The WR-01 chassis was very popular, but this one is not very popular amongst Tamiya fans because it uses a very unique, strange looking, truggy-like body. This body was also used on a nitro Tamiya called Revstorm, the ready-to-run nitro truck. When I bought this model, it came with the light gunmetal silver paint job. It was a very nice paint job, but after a few runs it started flaking because the paint was not meant for polycarbonate. I used nitro fuel and the paint came off easily. After that I repainted the whole body, saving the decals, by using the Tamiya gunmetal paint. This model is mostly stock. I still use the old megahertz radio. Model is mainly stock, but I will talk about a few small upgrades. First of all, I put the ball bearings all around, and I increased the pinion from 18 to 20 to get more speed, but it's still very slow on the silver cans. It has a very low gearing. It's very good for crawling and torque, but not very good for speeds. I put on the CVA oil shocks. These shocks are still short. Most of the people upgrade the shock towers to the tall ones first, and then they use tall 100mm shocks. Because I have another chassis which has this modification, I wanted to stay with the short shocks, and they give you a shorter travel. But these shocks are oil because original were friction dampers. Another modification is I used the small rubber bands on the tires. I didn't want to glue them, but they were slipping on the rim severely. So these rubber bands, when put on the rim, they stop tires from slipping. These original spike tires are very good on this carpet because these spikes, when they are new or not very worn, they grip very well on this track. As you can see, this model has two motors on either side. Both motors turn in the opposite directions, so if you are using motors with advanced timing, you are getting one motor being slower. This model uses two identical gearboxes. These are very good, revolutionary gearboxes, which Tamiya used afterwards for 20 years until now in the comical buggy series. These gearboxes were used on the Wild Willy, on WT-01 two-wheel drive monster truck, and now the comical ones, the tractors, Honda City and other models. These gearboxes are very tough and they can take a lot of abuse. This model also has a battery tray which only fits round NIM batteries, but for the purpose I use the rounded LiPo batteries to get a little bit more speed and run time. So now I will be running this car in this track. It's not going to be very spectacular because it's a basher car in a professional racetrack, but it's very fun to drive this car in this track.